Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zhong, and Tuesday night at 10:30 p.m. at the Dragon House right next to me. This gentleman is Isaiah Hill, officially signed tonight. Will be competing on our upcoming event, Zhong Cage Fighting Series number 2 / Mongolian Fighting Championship, making a UFC debut. It's a huge stack card, 11 professional and 10 amateur fight will be on the card. And this will be my co-main event of the fight for the welterweight title holder fight. Now Isaiah, let's introduce you to all the MMA fight fans out there, who you are and where you're coming from and what's your story behind you.
Well, first things first, my name is Isaiah Hill. I come from the streets, you know what I'm saying? I come from the east side of San Jose, you know, born and raised. You know, for a minute, you know what I mean, I trained all over and you know what I mean, like everybody else, like every young, you know, fighter, trying to make a name for yourself in the game. You know, just lately, me and my wife, you know, we intercepted a gym in a way, should I say, and it's Hill's Training. We started our own gym, man. You know, I was tired of seeing coaches that just didn't really care about kids, and just coaches that didn't really care about, you know, students, and people that just didn't really have the passion like I did for the game. So I decided with my wife, you know what I mean, hey, let's open up a gym and let's really give back to the community and to the people and really put our heart and soul into everything, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I came from the streets and I came from a point where some coaches didn't care. It was just all about the money, you know. I'm old school, you know what I mean, where it's just about getting a check, you get paid, no matter win or lose, you know what I mean. It's about putting money in their pockets. And me, I'm more so, you know, I love the sport, I love the game, you know what I mean, and I'm really in it for what it's worth, you know.
Well, one thing about you, you don't really have to try to make a name. You do have a name. I know you for decades, or watching you fight back in the day, Strikeforce. You know, when you fight Bobby Stack, I was there that night. I was actually cheering for you before I even get to know who you are. But now we're here. I trying to get you on a fight card like 7-8 years back, and and it's just something didn't fall into the right place. And then now the pandemic hit. Majority of the fighters, the OG fighters in the Bay Area, a lot of them are retired.
Oh yeah.
And then you, in another hand, after the pandemic, you coming out of the retirement, and both you and Gabriel Pacheco coming off a W on a 2 different decade and 2 different era of a fighter. That's one thing I'm very excited to put this fight together.
Definitely.
Because 2 different aging group of fighter, the different era, and then now clash into a cage. And what's going on during this last 2 years?
So, I mean, to step back a little bit, I never really truly retired, in all honesty, you know what I mean? You know, my father passed away 10 years ago from cancer. And after my dad fought so long for cancer, in my last fight, my dad was actually there. And my dad used to go to all my fights. So I just didn't really have it in me to want to fight anymore, because I knew that my dad wasn't going to be there. I never really retired, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I've always been training. I took a step back, you know what I mean? I started to just work on what I needed to fix, you know. I got my jiu-jitsu brown belt. I've been wrestling for a decade, you know what I mean, striking and everything. I just wanted to basically just round my game to the best, you know what I mean? So I just basically went back from ground zero and just started working everything, you know, training with some of the most, you know, most respected fighters, you know, in the Bay Area and San Jose. You know, there's so many good fighters out there that come, you know. Me, you know, I'm a student of Kung Lee and, you know, a fight team. But
oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know, but nonetheless is, you know, after when Kung's gym went down and he moved his gym, you know, I started just really working on my jiu-jitsu game, because I wanted to better that, you know what I mean? And then, you know, wrestling and all that, just becoming a better MMA fighter so I can become a better teacher, you know?
More well-rounded.
And just understanding the game, because, you know, like I said, I come from the old school, so back in the days, it wasn't about what you knew, it's about just getting into the ring, banging it out, and whatever it is what it is. So I basically wanted to become a student again. You know, even though I was a pro, I just wanted to become a student again and just focus more on bettering me and becoming a better fighter, you know?
Now, let's talk a little bit. You've been in the game for a long time.
Very long time.
How do you see now this new generation fighter compared to your generation of fighter? What's the difference, you think?
I mean, honestly, there's really no difference. I mean, it's no difference than me going out to the liquor store right here, going to get something to drink, and somebody, you know, trying to take my wallet or something. It is what it is. A fight's a fight. Right. At the end of the day, it don't matter age, you know, strength or whatever. At any given Sunday, anybody can get knocked out. Anybody can get subbed. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't take him lightly because I'm older than him or I have more experience. I've been in the game longer. You know what I mean? He's a tough guy. You know what I mean? I give him respect. You know, very humble, cool dude. I don't take him lightly. You know what I mean? No different than me. He's not gonna take me lightly. I'm not gonna take him lightly. At the end of the day, when we go in the ring, we're gonna touch gloves and we're gonna bang it out. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? Somebody's hand's gonna get raised at the end of that night, whether it's mine, whether it's his. Somebody's hand's gonna get raised. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be a fucking war. We're gonna bang it out. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna represent for ourselves, for our families, for our gyms. You know, and for the future of MMA because it's only going uphill from here. You know what I mean?
So my 2 cents of a different generation. Your guys back in the day when you guys fight, it's like I've been running a gym for 20 some years, and then back in the days, a little bit less strategized going into the cage.
Brawling.
Yeah, it's a little bit less like a nutritionist, and then how do you get weight cutting, trying to cut one weight class below. Like nowadays, are people trying to get in more science and more involved, like CrossFit. I mean, more and more nutritionists and more supplement. I mean, back in the day when you guys fight, I was coaching the first generation MMA fighter in 2000 to 2010. They're a little different. I mean, I'm not saying back in the day generation is tougher. In a way, it is a little tougher.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I mean, you know, we come from the back in the days where you put garbage bags over you to lose
right.
weight in a
I
sauna.
mean, shit, back in the days when you guys fighting, like, you don't know much about, like, dehydration, all that. You just fucking sit in a sauna, like, 4 hours and trying to make weight. Like, the mental toughness, it's a little different than nowadays.
Definitely. I mean, nowadays there's so many shortcuts around things, you know
yes,
what I mean? And it's like back in our days, we didn't really have the shortcut ways. We come from putting Abilene on, dude, putting a garbage bag on and cutting weight. I mean, riding a bike and getting in the sauna. I mean,
it's like I'm talking to some amateur fighting out there, right? Amateur fighter tell me like, yeah, I'm gonna get nutrition. I'm like,
nutritionist.
I mean, back in the day, the pros, they don't even have a nutrition.
Nah, it was just honestly back in the days, it was straight starve yourself if you want to make weight.
That's it.
Suck all the water out of your body, and then you make weight, and then you both go in there first round, and you guys are both and they're just banging it out. By the time the second round comes around, it's whoever's not more tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're fatigued already and everything. But nowadays, a lot has changed, and you know. Being a certified personal trainer, I'm a certified personal trainer as well as my wife. Being certified personal trainers, it's our life. So, you know, understanding the body, it's like, wow, I never knew this before. Wow, I never did. Oh, wow, this is crazy. And starting to understand, it's now I see why people hire nutritionists, hire strength coaches. Because at the end of the day, it's very valuable and very important to have that, which I do. I just want to make sure that we're ready, you know? You want to make sure you're ready. And I feel like the guys nowadays, they can go out there and they can bang it out for 25 minutes and they don't get tired. And there's a reason why, you know? There's so many different ways to get cardio now, to come into the ring, not tired, fatigued, and to just bring it, you know what I mean?
I am very, very fascinating to put this battle together, to see the old generation adapting into a newer generation and the new generation, how to battle against the old, tough grinder generation of a mindset. So it's definitely entertaining for all the MMA fight fans out there to watching this fight. 2 different generations, you know, in the same kind of a battlefield. So
definitely
3 5-minute round, going for the title fights, and now either one of you guys managed by me, but I can pretty much put it out there publicly. Whoever wins my belt, I will personally help to get one of you guys into the next stage of a bigger stage platform so you guys can perform, because I do want my name, the show, to carry on from fighters, make it to UFC, Bellator, and a bigger stage. So that's my goal. My goal is providing the platform. Guys get to have an opportunity to perform and get some recognition and make it to a big stage. Now, if people want to get a hold of you, to get tickets watching you fight, how can people contact you?
You can go on Instagram, just look up Hills Training. That's mine and my wife's gym. Like I said, we're the owners. You can DM us, you can message us. We respond back to pretty much everything, you know. Also, our number's on there, so you can even text us. It's all good. You know what I mean? If you want to pick up tickets, have a lot of tickets already sold, so might want to. If you're gonna pick some up, you might want to hit me up pretty ahead of time to give me an account, because again, like I said, I've been doing this for a minute, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, fans and friends, everybody's ready to see me get back in there. I'm ready to be back in there. You know, I wish the fight was this week. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to bang it out. But nonetheless, if you want to get tickets from me personally, just shoot us a DM on Hills Training and just hit me up. Hey, I want to get some tickets. You know what I mean? And I got them for you. We'll be ready.
Yes.
You know?
Please hit up the fighter directly. They get a little credit for it. That's how they get a little support from all the societies. So anyone who knows him directly, please get on him directly. So just message him and DM him. That's how you do it. And local fighters, they don't fight for a lot of money. They fight for a little bit of credit from the ticket sale. Please give them a little bit of support. Now, any special sponsor, training partners, and people that you want to shout out to?
Definitely. You know, I want to give a shout out to DeMarco. He's one of my biggest supports besides my wife. You know, give a shout out to my wife most for up front. You know what I mean? My wife, she's there for me. She's making sure that I'm up. She's making sure that I'm training. She's making sure that everything is running, you know, correct. You know, my family, you know, of course, they have to deal with all the BS, you know, my attitudes and mood swings and stuff like that. But I also want to, you know, give a shout out to my boy Mikey Rolls, you know what I mean, helping me with this fight. Also James Terry, want to give a shout out to him, helping me with this fight.
A lot of
you know,
OGs in your corner.
man, you know what I'm saying, you know. And I also want to give a shout out to Paul Bonatello, also for, you know, that's my coach as well, helping me. So, you know, a lot of OGs in the game, nonetheless, you know what I mean? Just want to give a shout out to everybody. Can't name everybody, of course, off head, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Just know that I appreciate you for helping me, being in my corner. You know, definitely want to give a shout out to my wrestling coach. You know what I'm saying? Coach Mr. Palomino, for just putting me through everything in life. You know what I mean? Utmost respect to that man. You know what I mean? From growing up from a kid. So, you know what I mean? Always shout out love to him.
Let me ask you a personal question. What do you see yourself after this fight? What's your goal and what are you trying to achieve after this fight? Let's say you win the fight, you win the title. I know you're age of 37. What do you see yourself from here?
Man, I'm ready, dude. I'm ready. Like,
you want to keep?
Of course. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Sky is the limit. See, the thing about me is I'm not just doing this on the wing just to do it for like one fight and just be like, okay, cool. No, I'm a banger, dude. This is what I do. You know what I mean? As long as I'm walking, I'm talking, and I'm moving, and I'm able to get into the ring and bang it out, trust and believe, I'm ducking no fades. Never will I ever, never have I duck a fade. If you want to fight, we can fight. If the fight's right and the price is right, we can throw it down. I'm not worried about it.
Daniel Cormier got signed by UFC age of 37. That's all I can say.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm ready to bang it out, dude. You know what I mean? Like I said, I fought on big platforms before, Strikeforce, K1 and all that, so it's nothing to me. I already know how the big show goes. I've been there, been in the lights before, so, you know. But definitely, if the UFC wants to let me get there and bang it out,
yeah,
fuck it, let's get it cracking. It's whatever.
Another question. You've been off the grid for 10 years. You're coming out of this fight. It's a welterweight, 170. What do you see yourself in the future? Is keep moving down, or you want to? Because you don't really look that big to me.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you weigh right now?
Right now, I'm about 182 pounds, 180 pounds.
So you really don't cut much weight for this upcoming fight?
No.
Do you see yourself like you're trying to go back to 55?
Definitely would probably prefer to dive back into 55s, but again, I mean, you know, you never know. I mean, it just all depends on who you're fighting. You know, you're fighting is it worth something? Does it mean something? Absolutely. If it's a 170er and it's worth something, then let's bang it out. If it's not a 170-pound fighter and it's something that's worth it for 55. Fuck it, let's cut the weight. It ain't hard to cut weight. Everybody knows that. If you're a fighter, it ain't hard to cut weight.
Discipline.
Discipline, you know what I mean? Not only that, it's just the will to survive, dude. Like, you must really want to do this. If you don't want to do it, then fucking why are you doing it? You know what I mean?
Another question. If Gabriel Pacheco, your opponent, well, first of all, what do you think of him? Like the way he fights, the way he moves. What do you thought of him?
I think the dude's cool. Like, honestly, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know him personally, you know what I mean? But again, you know what I mean? He's nothing different than anybody, you know what I'm saying? He's a cool dude, you know what I mean? Much respect to him. I got a chance to see his interview. I thought that was cool, you know what I mean? Didn't really know how to judge him. Didn't know if he was going to come out talking shit or whatnot. You know, I'm not really with all that. Yeah, class guy, you know what I'm saying? Utmost respect to the dude, you know what I'm saying? Definitely after the fight, you know what I'm saying? We shake hands, drink a beer, whatever, you know what I mean? Even though I don't really drink beer, but fuck it. Drink one with you, fuck it, you know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, I think he's a cool dude, you know what I'm saying? His struggle is my struggle, you know what I mean? He's a young man in the game, started his own gym. Hey, more respect to you, you know what I mean? He has a family as well as I do. Hey, nothing but love to him, you know? I think he's cool. It's whatever. We're at the end of the day, we both are. This is a job. It's a job at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's no hard feelings. I don't need to get in the ring and fucking talk shit. I don't need to weigh in and fucking try to fight him in the weigh-ins. Dude, what's up, bro? Good luck. All right, let's bang it out. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is.
How do you see this fight gonna go out?
I definitely see this fight going out with my hand raised. You know what I mean? It can go any way. It can be a grappling game. It can be a wrestling game. It can be a standing game. You can't really determine on how the fight's gonna be, because at the end of the day, you don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. He doesn't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. But I'm prepared for anything and everything, and I say that with confidence. I'm really prepared for anything and everything. You know what I mean?
From the time knowing him, watching him as an amateur fighter, to he turned pro, fought on my show a couple of times, I saw him one time make that one takedown. The rest of the time to when he fight on the ground, it's always people taking him down. Then he work on his jiu-jitsu. Like he never really take anybody down. You know, so I think truly this fight is a treat for all the fight fans.
Oh,
whether they know in the MMA game, but they don't understand much about fighting, they want to just see someone slugfest and knock the fuck out. I think this is the fight you want to
Whatever.
watch.
I mean, me personally, I don't care. I mean, if we go to the ground, we go to the ground. If he wants to stand and bang, I'm willing to stand and bang. We can take it wherever we want because at the end of the day, it is MMA. A lot of people kind of lose focus on understanding what MMA is. It's mixed martial arts. It isn't only about just standing there and exchanging. If you want to shoot, you can shoot. If you want to take him down, you can take him down. If you want to go for a submission, you can do that. Absolutely. But again, if he wants to stand there and bang it, we can bang it out. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to take him down. If he wants to stand there and we want to go, let's go. If you really want to go, let's go. I mean, I'm saying you let me know. But again, like I said, it's nothing but the utmost respect to the dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing bad to say about him. You know what I mean? He's a cool dude.
Here we go. That's all you guys have to hear. Isaiah Hills from San Jose, and making sure you guys follow him on IG, Instagram, or Facebook. Go check out his gym. And where are your gym located again?
We're located in the east side of San Jose. We're off of Alum Rock and King. Just look us up, Hills Training. You'll find us on Instagram. We have a pretty good following. And if you got everybody's welcome, you know what I mean? Kids and all, family.
Show your support, show love, support local fighters. For more information about this fight card layout, check out DragonHouseMMA.com. We're probably going to update the fight card next week. A lot of faces going to be pops up on there in the next week. And please subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for all the love and support, all the fight fans out there. I love haters, supporters, both. Love you all. And then
haters make you famous.
Yeah, here we go. And then my IG is Dragon_House_MMA. And this event is going to be live stream pay-per-view nationwide. Plus, we'll be live on Mongolia television. It's a Mongolian ESPN channel, actually. You know, at the same time as the event, it's going to be a live broadcast because we are collaborating with the Mongolian promotion. Half the fight card is Mongolian versus the Bay, and then half the fight card is Bay Area versus Bay Area. Anyhow, don't miss it out. And I'm Zhong Lo signing out. Anything you want to shout out to anyone else?
Just, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the world. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? To everybody out there that's getting through this pandemic, man. This shit is hard. But nonetheless, you know what I mean? If you're above float and your head's still kicking, just keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? No matter what, do it for you, do it for your family, you know what I mean? Sky's the limit.
There we go. Here's the wise man. We'll see you guys November 13th. I'm Zhong Lo signing out. Good to have you, bro.
Yep.
Thank you.